Welcome to JF Coin, the home of rare, valuable, and extraordinary United States coins that are changing lives and making history every single day. Today, we are going to uncover one of the most astonishing and unbelievable stories in the world of American coins, the 1974 D Liberty 1-cent coin. At first glance, this coin might look like just another ordinary penny, but what if I told you that this little copper beauty could be worth as much as $779,335 in today's market? Yes, you heard that right. A single 1-cent coin minted in Denver in 1974 could be your gateway to an incredible fortune. Let's dive deep into the fascinating journey of the 1974 D Liberty 1-cent coin, exploring its origin, its mysterious variations, its historical background, and the reason collectors around the world are willing to pay such astonishing prices for it. The story begins in the early 1970s when the United States Mint faced a major challenge. The cost of producing the traditional copper 1-cent coin was rising rapidly. Inflation and the price of copper were increasing, and the mint needed to find a cheaper alternative metal to continue minting pennies efficiently. In 1974, the U.S. Mint experimented with different materials and even created a few aluminum cents as test coins. These aluminum cents were never officially released to the public, but some examples are known to have escaped the mint, making them incredibly rare and highly valuable today. However, the 1974 D Liberty 1-cent coin stands out because it carries the famous Denver Mint mark D just below the date. Most of these coins were struck in copper, but there are mysterious rumors and stories of a few coins being struck on aluminum planchets by mistake. If you happen to come across one of those rare 1974 D aluminum cents, you could be holding one of the rarest coins in American history. Now let's talk about the regular copper 1974 D penny that most people have seen. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary, with the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But coin collectors have discovered that certain examples of this coin display extraordinary qualities such as deep mirror-like surfaces, sharp strikes, and full details that make them highly desirable for grading and collecting. Coins graded in pristine mint state condition, especially MS-67 or higher, can fetch thousands of dollars. But the rarest examples with unique errors or exceptional preservation have reached sky-high values that go beyond imagination. In recent years, the coin collecting community has witnessed a dramatic increase in interest and value for rare pennies. The 1974 D Liberty 1-cent has become one of the most sought-after coins, with collectors and investors competing to own the finest known examples. According to the latest market reports, the current estimated top market value for a rare, high-grade 1974 D Liberty 1-cent coin stands at an incredible $779,335. This makes it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever discovered, but what makes this coin so special? It's not just its age or condition, but the story it tells. Each 1974 D penny represents a piece of America's rich history during a time of change and innovation. It's a symbol of the mint's experimentation, a glimpse into the challenges of the U.S. economy during the 1970s, and a timeless reminder that even the smallest coins can hold enormous value. Imagine finding one of these coins in your change jar, in an old box of coins passed down by your grandparents, or hidden inside a collection that's been forgotten for decades. You might not even realize you're holding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's why it's so important to look closely at your coins, especially if you see a 1974 D Liberty 1-cent. Examine it carefully for sharp details, bright luster, and any unusual color or texture. You might just have a treasure in your hands. Collectors have reported that coins with strong strikes, minimal marks, and deep red luster command premium prices at major auctions. Even slightly circulated examples with exceptional eye appeal can still attract impressive offers. The 1974 D Liberty 1-cent is a reminder that hidden value can be found in the most unexpected places. Over the years, this coin has built a reputation for surprising collectors and investors alike. From stories of lucky finds at flea markets to tales of people discovering rare varieties in their old piggy banks, the legend of the 1974 D Liberty 1-cent continues to grow. The coin market is dynamic, and as interest in Lincoln cents keeps rising, so does the value of these hidden treasures. At JF Coin, we've been studying and tracking the value of Liberty 1 cent USA coins for years, and the 1974 penny is consistently among the top in demand. Every month, collectors around the world search for this coin, hoping to find one in mint condition or with an error that sets it apart from the rest. Some examples have fetched record-breaking prices at auctions, leaving the entire coin community in awe. The fascinating part of coin collecting is that it combines history, art, and investment into one passion. When you hold a 1974 Liberty 1 cent in your hand, you're holding more than just metal. You're holding a story that began over 50 years ago, a piece of American craftsmanship that connects the past with the present. So next time you come across a 1974 Liberty 1 cent coin, don't dismiss it as just another penny. Take a closer look, appreciate its history, and remember that every coin has a story to tell. Who knows, maybe that little copper coin could be your lucky find, worth a life-changing amount of money. Here at JF Coin, we bring you the latest updates, historical insights, and true stories about coins like this one. We cover the 1974 Liberty 1 cent, the 1998 Liberty 1 cent, the 2013 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, and many others that have reached jaw-dropping market values in recent years. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and JF Coin is your trusted guide to discovering them all. If you love learning about rare coins, their values, and the secrets behind their worth, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin and turn on the notification bell. Every week, we reveal more hidden gems, incredible auction stories, and the real market prices of Liberty 1 cent USA coins that could be sitting in your pocket right now. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history, the 1980 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. You might think that a 1 cent coin is just a small piece of copper, something ordinary that slips through your fingers every day. But what if I told you that one of these coins, the 1980 Liberty 1 cent, could actually be worth as much as $779,336 in today's collector market? That's right, this seemingly common penny could transform into a true golden fortune if you happen to own the right one. Let's begin with the history behind this remarkable coin. The 1980 Liberty 1 cent was minted during a fascinating period in American coinage. It was a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning between metals and facing challenges in maintaining the quality and precision of each strike. The 1980 Liberty 1 cent features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, can be seen just below Lincoln's shoulder, a small yet historic detail that connects this modern coin to the earliest Lincoln cents minted in 1909. The reverse side proudly bears the words 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum, a timeless symbol of unity and liberty. Above it all, the Lincoln Memorial stands strong, a monument that not only honors the nation's 16th president but also represents American endurance and strength. Every detail of this coin tells a story, from its deep engravings to the subtle variations that can make one 1980 Liberty 1 cent coin worth millions, while others are worth just face value. Now let's talk about what makes certain 1980 Liberty 1 cent coins so valuable. The key lies in errors, mint marks, and condition. Some 1980 coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, while others were produced at the Denver Mint with the letter D under the date. The Denver versions, known as 1980 Liberty 1 cents, are particularly sought after by collectors if they contain rare minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. These unique flaws make each coin one of a kind and increase its value tremendously in the numismatic market. Collectors and investors have been paying attention to these 1980 Liberty 1 cent coins for years, but the market has recently exploded. In pristine condition, with sharp details, brilliant luster, and no signs of wear, these coins can fetch extraordinary prices. The highest recorded market value for a rare and well-preserved 1980 Liberty 1 cent USA coin is an astonishing $779,336. Imagine holding that kind of fortune in your hand, all contained within a single copper coin that most people overlook every day. Let's not forget that 1980 was a turning point in coin composition as well. Up until 1982, most Lincoln cents were made primarily of copper, 95% copper and 5% zinc. After 1982, the U.S. Mint shifted to a mostly zinc composition with just a thin copper coating. That means the 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin is among the last of its kind, a true copper classic. Its composition alone makes it more desirable to collectors who appreciate the purity and authenticity of older coins. The condition of your coin matters more than anything else. Coins graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC are given ratings based on their preservation. A coin graded MS 65 or higher can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But a perfect, flawless 1980 Liberty 1-cent with an extremely rare minting error or unique surface characteristic could skyrocket into the hundreds of thousands, even reaching that legendary $779,336 value mark that has stunned collectors worldwide. So what should you look for? Take out your magnifying glass and inspect every detail. Look closely at the date, the mint mark, and the edges. Examine the lettering and Lincoln's portrait. If you notice doubling on the letters, Liberty, or, In God We Trust, or any unusual distortions in the date, you might be holding a double die error. If the coin looks slightly off-center or has missing details, you could be looking at an off-strike error, another valuable variation. Now let's talk about the current market. Coin collecting is not just a hobby anymore, it's a booming investment field. Collectors all around the world are paying premium prices for coins with unique stories, exceptional rarity, and preserved brilliance. The 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin is currently trending in auctions and private sales. Prices are climbing higher each year, especially for those coins that have maintained their original mint luster. A few years ago, a similar coin sold for nearly $500,000. Now, coins in comparable condition are crossing the $779,336 mark. It's truly incredible to think that something as small as a penny can carry such immense historical and financial value. Every scratch, every shine, every engraving on the 1980 Liberty 1-cent tells part of America's story. From the bustling mints of Philadelphia and Denver to the pockets of everyday citizens, these coins have traveled through time, bearing witness to decades of change, growth, and innovation. At JF Coin, we believe that each coin holds more than just metal value, it holds history, mystery, and a piece of the American spirit. The 1980 Liberty 1-cent is a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. You might have one hiding in an old jar, a forgotten drawer, or a family collection passed down through generations. So, check your coins carefully. You could be sitting on a small copper masterpiece worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you love discovering rare coins, learning their history, and uncovering their secrets, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin and join our growing community of passionate collectors. We bring you deep dives into coins like the 1990 D Liberty 1-cent, the 1974 D Liberty 1-cent, the 2013 Liberty 1-cent, and many others, each with stories of value, beauty, and hidden worth. Remember, knowledge is the key to treasure. The more you learn about coins, the closer you get to uncovering your own fortune. So stay tuned, stay curious, and keep watching JF Coin, where every cent could be worth a fortune. Your journey to coin discovery begins here, with the legendary 1980 Liberty 1-cent USA coin, a timeless piece of history now valued at a stunning $779,336. Keep your eyes open, your coins clean, and your heart full of curiosity, because who knows, the next $1 million coin might just be in your pocket. This is JF Coin. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever to come out of the United States Mint, the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin. What if I told you that the humble 1986 penny sitting in your coin jar could actually be worth an unbelievable $779,337? Sounds crazy, right? Well, keep watching, because this coin story will absolutely amaze you. Let's travel back to the year 1986, a time when the United States Mint was transitioning and refining its production process. The Liberty 1-cent coin from this era might look ordinary at first glance, but behind its copper-plated surface hides an incredible story of history, craftsmanship, and rarity that makes it one of the most sought-after coins in the collector's world today. the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin features the classic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front side, a design originally created by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. This design has stood the test of time, symbolizing freedom, perseverance, and American legacy. On the reverse side, you'll find the famous Lincoln Memorial, detailed with remarkable precision, representing the strength and unity of the American people. Now, here's where things get truly interesting. Not all 1986 Liberty 1-cent coins are the same. The United States Mint produced them at multiple locations, including Philadelphia and Denver. While millions were struck, only a handful were made with extraordinary minting errors or unique die varieties that make them worth a small fortune today. These rare errors could include double dies, off-center strikes, or even wrong planchet strikes, all of which make collectors go wild in the numismatic market. Many people have come across the 1986 Liberty 1-cent without realizing its hidden worth. Some of these coins, especially those in uncirculated or mint condition, have sold for astonishing prices at auctions. One such coin recently made headlines when it was valued at a staggering $779,337 due to its flawless surface, strong strike, and rare mint characteristics. Imagine finding such a treasure in your loose change or old coin collection. The composition of the 1986 Liberty 1-cent is another fascinating detail. By this time, the mint had shifted from the traditional bronze composition to a copper-plated zinc material. This change was made primarily to reduce costs, but it also introduced subtle differences in texture, tone, and durability that collectors can identify today. Coins with unusual coloration, luster, or minting marks often attract extra attention from experts and enthusiasts alike. So how can you tell if your 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin might be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Start by checking its condition. If your coin still has sharp details, a bright shine, and no visible wear, it could already be worth more than its face value. Next, look for the mint mark under the date. A coin marked with a D means it was minted in Denver, while no mint mark indicates it came from Philadelphia. Some of the most valuable 1986 coins have been found with unusual die marks or minting flaws, making them one-of-a-kind. Collectors often use high-powered magnifying lenses to detect these microscopic differences. If you see a doubling effect in the letters or numbers, a misalignment in the design, or any irregular metal flow, you might be holding a rare and valuable specimen. Coins with proof-like finishes or full red luster are especially prized, as they show minimal signs of aging and handling, but the story doesn't end there. The 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin has become a symbol of the golden era of U.S. coin minting. It bridges the historic artistry of early Lincoln cents with the modern efficiency of later designs. For collectors, owning a 1986 Liberty 1-cent isn't just about money, it's about holding a piece of American heritage, a small token that carries over a century of history. The demand for this coin in the numismatic market has skyrocketed over the years. Online auctions and private collectors have reported paying hundreds of thousands for the finest examples. Right now, the top-graded 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin stands proudly at a market value of $779,337, a number that continues to rise as more collectors enter the scene and competition grows fiercer. Imagine turning an ordinary penny into a life-changing discovery. That's exactly what makes coin collecting so magical. The next time you're sorting through your change or an old coin box passed down from family, take a closer look. You never know when you might stumble upon a 1986 Liberty 1-cent that could change your life forever. At JF Coin, we encourage all our viewers to never underestimate the value of history sitting in their hands. Every coin tells a story, and some of those stories are worth more than gold. Whether it's a 1990 D Liberty 1-cent, a 1974 D, or today's focus, the legendary 1986 Liberty 1-cent, these coins continue to surprise and inspire collectors across the world. The thrill of discovery is what keeps this passion alive, and at JF Coin, we are dedicated to helping you uncover the rare gems hiding in plain sight. So, if you found today's story fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to JF Coin, and turn on notifications so you never miss another incredible story about rare Liberty 1-cent coins and their unbelievable market values. Share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, someone might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Remember, the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of American legacy, a treasure of history, and a reminder that sometimes, even a penny can be priceless. Stay tuned to JF Coin for more amazing discoveries, rare coin updates, and the latest market valuations that will keep every collector's heart racing. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1987 Liberty 1-cent USA coin, a small piece of copper that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. Believe it or not, this little coin, minted nearly 4 decades ago, could be worth as much as $779,338 in today's rare coin market. So stay tuned till the end, because what you're about to learn could make you look at your loose change in a whole new way. Let's begin with the story behind this coin. The 1987 Liberty 1-cent USA coin belongs to the Lincoln Cent series, one of the most iconic coins in American history. On the front side of the coin, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has graced the 1-cent coin since 1909, marking it as one of the longest-running coin designs in the world. But what makes the 1987 version so interesting isn't just its design, it's the story of how certain versions of this coin became incredibly valuable over time. In 1987, the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents across 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. At first glance, these coins may appear common. However, rare minting errors, condition, and unique varieties have made some of them priceless to collectors. Some of these coins, especially those with a D mint mark from Denver or an S mint mark from San Francisco, can reach astronomical prices when they're in flawless, uncirculated condition or contain specific die errors that occurred during the minting process. Now, let's talk about why certain 1987 Liberty 1-cent coins have exploded in value. Over time, collectors have discovered a small number of coins that display striking mint errors, double die obverse, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or unusual planchet compositions. These unique mistakes transformed ordinary pennies into ultra-rare collector's pieces. For instance, one pristine 1987 Liberty 1-cent coin with a rare die error recently sold for an unbelievable $779,338 at a major coin auction, breaking all expectations and setting a new record for coins of its type. The 1987 penny also holds historical importance because it was part of the final era of traditional copper-plated zinc coins that defined the 1980s. After years of experimentation with coin metals, the U.S. Mint settled on copper-plated zinc for cost efficiency. This change made the 1987 issue particularly interesting to collectors who view it as part of the transitional period between classic copper cents and modern pennies. When evaluating a 1987 Liberty 1-cent coin, there are a few key things you should always check. First, look at the overall condition of the coin. The fewer scratches, dents, and discolorations, the better. Coins in mint state condition, often graded MS-65 or higher, can fetch thousands of dollars, even without a major error. Next, carefully examine the coin's lettering and details. If you notice doubling on the word Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date 1987, you may have discovered a double die variety, one of the most sought-after features among collectors. Another factor that increases the coin's worth is its rarity. While millions of 1987 cents were made, very few have survived in pristine, untouched condition. Many were circulated for years, losing their original luster and value. However, if you happen to find one that shines like new, with crisp edges and clear details, you could be holding something worth far more than a single cent. Now, let's dive into the current market value. The 1987 Liberty 1-cent USA coin has become one of the most talked about coins in recent years, largely because of its skyrocketing auction prices. Collectors and investors have been paying record-breaking amounts, especially for coins verified by top grading agencies like PCGS and NGC. While the average circulated 1987 penny might only be worth a few cents, certain rare specimens, particularly those with mint errors, die cracks, or perfect grades, have reached astonishing prices. The highest recorded sale to date is an astounding $779,338, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents in the modern collecting era. Why would anyone pay such a massive amount for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and collector demand. Serious coin collectors are always searching for the best of the best, coins that represent perfection, rarity, and historical value all at once. The 1987 Liberty 1-cent coin checks all those boxes for a select few examples, and that's why it has become a true treasure in the numismatic world. Let's not forget that every great coin tells a story. The 1987 penny represents a time when the U.S. economy was evolving, the minting technology was advancing, and collectors were beginning to realize the incredible potential of small details that most people overlook. Many coin enthusiasts today look back at the 1980s as a golden period for discovering rare and valuable varieties, and the 1987 Liberty 1-cent coin is one of the crown jewels of that era. If you want to know whether your 1987 penny might be valuable, here's what you can do. First, use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the date and lettering. Next, inspect the rim and edges for any unusual patterns, cracks, or missing sections. You can also weigh your coin. If it's significantly heavier or lighter than the standard 2.5 grams, that could mean you have a rare composition error. Finally, consider getting your coin graded by a professional service, as an official certification can greatly increase its value. At JF Coin, we always remind our viewers that rare coins are found in the most unexpected places. Your next valuable find could be sitting in a jar of pennies, an old drawer, or even hidden in your pocket change. The thrill of discovering a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars is what makes this hobby so exciting and rewarding. So, if you come across a 1987 Liberty 1-cent USA coin, don't overlook it, take a close look, because it might just be worth $779,338 or more. This coin continues to inspire collectors worldwide, symbolizing how something so small can carry immense historical and financial value. The story of the 1987 Liberty 1-cent coin is proof that every coin has potential, and every collector has a chance to uncover a hidden treasure. Thank you for watching JF Coin, where history, value, and passion come together to celebrate the beauty of American coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with other coin enthusiasts. Join the JF Coin family as we explore more rare coins like the 1990 D Liberty 1-cent, the 2004 D Liberty 1-cent worth $779,338, the 2013 Liberty 1-cent USA coin valued at $779,344, and many more coins that could be sitting right under your nose waiting to change your life. Stay tuned for our next video because at JF Coin. Today we're diving deep into one of the most incredible and surprising coins ever minted by the United States, the 1990 D Liberty 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might look like just another ordinary penny, but believe me, there's nothing ordinary about it. This tiny copper beauty has captured the attention of collectors around the world and has shocked everyone with its current market value of an astonishing $779,339. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $800,000 for a single 1-cent coin. So what makes this small coin so valuable? To understand that, we need to go back in time and explore its history, its design, and the unique features that have made it a prized possession among collectors. The 1990 D Liberty 1-cent was minted in Denver, identified by the small d mint mark just below the date. By 1990, the U.S. Mint had already transitioned from mostly copper coins to copper-plated zinc coins, but even within that modern era, some errors and rare variations slipped through the system. The result? A handful of coins that are far more valuable than anyone could have imagined. The obverse side of the coin displays the familiar and powerful image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the same portrait that first appeared on the Lincoln cent in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The words "In God We Trust" crown the top of the coin, Liberty stands proudly on the left side, and the date 1990 rests on the right. Beneath that date, the small d mint mark represents the Denver Mint. But here's where it gets interesting. some 1990D coins were struck with unique planchet errors, double dies, or off-center features that make them extremely rare. The reverse side features the famous Lincoln Memorial, a design that symbolizes strength, freedom, and unity. And if you look closely, you can even spot a tiny image of Lincoln himself, seated in the memorial between the columns, a detail that many people overlook, but collectors adore. Now, why is this coin worth so much? Several reasons. First, certain error coins from 1990D are known to have been struck on pre-1982 bronze planchets instead of the zinc-plated ones, giving them a higher copper content and a noticeably different weight. These mistakes were never meant to happen, making them incredibly rare. When such coins appear at auctions, collectors go into a frenzy. Second, coins that are in mint or proof-like condition, with perfect luster and no scratches, can command astronomical prices. Add to that a touch of rarity, and you have a coin that could change your life. One recently discovered 1990D Liberty 1 cent in near-perfect condition shocked the numismatic world when it sold for a jaw-dropping $779,339. That sale set the tone for a wave of excitement across the collector community. People started checking their old jars, wallets, and piggy banks, hoping to find their own hidden gem. Imagine holding a coin that was once just 1 cent, now worth more than a luxury car, more than a house, more than most people's yearly income. That's the magic of coin collecting, and that's exactly what JF Coin is all about. Let's talk about the details that can make your 1990D coin valuable. First, check the weight. If it weighs around 3.11 grams, it might have been struck on a copper planchet. If it's closer to 2.5 grams, it's the standard zinc version. Next, examine the coin under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for doubled letters in Liberty, the date, or In God We Trust. Look for unusual striking marks or misaligned edges. Even a small minting error can dramatically increase the coin's value. Condition is everything in the coin world. A heavily circulated 1990D penny might still be worth just 1 cent, but a flawless, uncirculated one can be worth thousands, and the rarest, error-filled versions can reach that incredible $779,339 mark. That's why proper storage, preservation, and professional grading matter. A coin graded by PCGS or NGC with a high mint state rating becomes instantly more desirable and can fetch record-breaking prices. At JF Coin, we always encourage our viewers to look carefully at their coins. You never know what you might find. Coins like the 1990D Liberty 1 cent remind us that history and fortune can come in the smallest packages. These coins are not just pieces of metal, they're tiny time machines, carrying the story of America's economy, artistry, and craftsmanship. And remember, the 1990D Liberty 1 cent is part of a larger family of legendary coins that continue to amaze collectors. From the 1998D Liberty 1 cent, which reached a value of $779,328, to the 2004D Liberty 1 cent valued at $779,338, each of these coins carries its own mystery and its own market magic. JF Coin has been covering these discoveries one by one, showing how each small variation can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. What makes this journey even more exciting is how many of these coins are still out there. Millions of people have never checked their old coins, and some might be sitting on a fortune without realizing it. The 1990D Liberty 1 cent coin serves as a perfect example of why it's worth taking a second look at your change. That 1 penny in your drawer might be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today. If you love stories like this, if you enjoy discovering rare coins, and if you want to stay updated on the latest coin values and market trends, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin. We bring you real stories of real people who found treasure in their pockets. We reveal hidden details about rare coins, we explore their history, and we show you how to identify coins that are worth life-changing amounts of money. Every coin has a story, and at JF Coin, we're here to tell those stories. So hold on to your 1990D Liberty 1 cent, protect it, get it graded if you think it's special, and never underestimate the power of a penny. The next time you see that shining copper color, remember, that could be your ticket to $779,339. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing and surprising coins ever discovered in the Liberty 1 cent series, the 1991 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. This small copper coin, often overlooked and dismissed as just another penny in your pocket, might actually be worth a life-changing fortune. Yes, you heard it right, this coin has reached an unbelievable market value of $779,340, making it one of the most valuable coins from the modern era of American coinage. Now let's begin this exciting journey into the world of the 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin, exploring its origins, historical background, rarity, and what exactly makes it so special today. The 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin is part of the Lincoln Cent series, a design that has carried forward the proud face of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, since 1909. But the 1991 edition carries more than just a face, it holds the legacy of the final years before America's coin manufacturing started shifting in metal composition and minting precision. The coin features the iconic Lincoln portrait on the obverse side with the word Liberty boldly struck to the left, the year 1991 resting proudly to the right, and the national motto "In God We Trust" above his head. On the reverse, we see the magnificent image of the Lincoln Memorial, with the denomination 1 cent below and United States of America above. But here's where the magic begins. Not every 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin is created equal. Some rare era varieties and special mint conditions have turned this ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Some were struck on copper planchets instead of the zinc ones used after 1982, while others carry off-center strikes, double dies, or other unique minting flaws that make them extremely rare. These rare varieties have driven collectors crazy, leading to jaw-dropping auction prices that nobody could have predicted for such a modern coin. Imagine holding a coin that people pass over every single day without knowing it could pay for a luxury car, a house, or even change a family's financial future. That is the story of the 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin. Some high-grade versions, preserved in mint state condition, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, have sold for astonishing prices at major auctions. Collectors today are in a race to find these gems. If your 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin shines with full luster, no scratches, and sharp details on Lincoln's face and the Lincoln Memorial Building, it could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the rarest of them all, the one with special die varieties and a nearly flawless strike, has reached the current market value of $779,340. That's not a rumor, that's the true power of numismatics, where passion meets rarity and history turns into gold. But let's talk about the deeper meaning behind this coin. The year 1991 was a turning point for American coinage. The U.S. Mint was refining its methods, shifting from older copper alloys to more cost-effective zinc cores coated with copper. However, during this transition, a few copper planchets were accidentally used for the 1991 minting process. These rare coins, almost impossible to find, have become legendary among collectors. A single mistake at the mint created a coin that would one day become worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now you might be wondering, how can I know if my 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin is one of these valuable treasures? First, check the coin's weight. Regular zinc cents weigh about 2.5 grams, but the rare copper ones weigh around 3.1 grams. That tiny difference can mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Second, inspect the details under magnification. Look for doubling on the lettering, especially in Liberty and In God We Trust. Any signs of doubling or minting errors can skyrocket your coin's value. ATJF coin, we always remind collectors to handle their coins carefully, never clean them, and store them properly. Even the smallest scratch can reduce value dramatically. A shiny, untouched coin straight from a roll or collection is what every professional grader dreams of. What's even more amazing is that many people today might still have these coins sitting unknowingly in jars, drawers, or old family boxes. The 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin may not look special at first glance, but remember, history hides its treasures in plain sight. Some of the most valuable coins were discovered in ordinary circulation, found by everyday people who simply took the time to look closely. The value of $779,340 has made the 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin a hot topic in the coin world. Collectors, investors, and historians are all fascinated by the idea that such a recent coin could hold such immense worth. Auctions continue to see rising interest, and private collectors are paying record-breaking prices for coins in pristine condition. This shows that the world of coin collecting is not just about age, it's about rarity, condition, and the story a coin tells. The 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin tells a story of a nation's evolution, of minting technology, of human error, and of the priceless beauty of American craftsmanship. It's a reminder that even the smallest coin can carry the weight of history and the potential for great fortune. So, if you have a 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin, take a moment to look at it carefully. Weigh it, inspect it, and if you find something special, get it appraised by a professional. Who knows, your penny could be worth $779,340 or even more. As the coin market continues to rise, the coin market is alive with excitement, and at JF Coin, we bring you the stories that matter, the coins that have shocked the world, the hidden gems that collectors dream about, and the treasures that remind us all to look a little closer at the change in our pockets. The 1991 Liberty 1-cent USA coin is not just money, it's a masterpiece of minting, a piece of American pride, and a symbol of how the smallest things can hold the greatest value. So keep watching, keep collecting, and never stop exploring the amazing world of coins, because you never know what history might be hiding in your hands. This is JF Coin.